Hello everyone, I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing this book, I will go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. There are spenders and there are savers. Everyone has their own preferences, limitations, dreams, and aspirations in life. We are all different and we all live in a diverse culture, which is a very, very good thing. Part of this culture includes extreme cheapskates, super savers, and there are those that partake in the FIRE movement. That being said, you might be a little too frugal if you follow any of these practices on a daily basis. Number 1. You find the cheapest gas station in the county to save only 10 cents per gallon, but you have to wait in line 20 minutes to get gas at that low price. Yes, we all want to save money at the pump, but if you have a 15-gallon tank and are saving only 10 cents per gallon, you are about to save $1.50 for 20 minutes of your time. At an hourly rate, you are saving $4.50 per hour, and unless you live in a magical place where you make less than the federal minimum wage, over $7 per hour, you are greatly wasting your time. Number 2, you reuse plastic bags over and over and over again until they fall apart. Yes, nobody wants to pay for garbage bags that you're just going to throw away. And nobody wants to harm the environment by not getting the absolute most they can out of the plastic materials that they have. But if you're so cheap that you are not willing to pay $1 for a reusable bag, you might be a little too frugal. Number 3, you do not turn on the heat in the winter or the AC in the summer. Okay, so you have a fireplace and you've got table fans. While these might supplement the heat and air in your home, it is not an excuse to put yourself into complete discomfort and possibly making yourself physically ill just to save $20 on your utility bill. The older you get, the more dangerous this practice can become, as well as for infants. Be smart about how you use your thermostat instead, and make sure to keep yourself as comfortable as possible for a reasonable dollar amount. Number 3, you do not flush your toilet regularly. I made a video about how much it costs to flush a toilet, which on average is about a penny per flush. Given that the average person flushes about 5 times per day, you will save a whopping 5 cents per day or $1.50 per month. However, this is going to cause an odor and you might be spending that extra $1.50 on cleaning supplies just to get rid of the smell and the stains in the toilet tank. So do yourself a favor, be hygienic, and spend the extra $1.50 and go ahead and save yourself some dignity in the process. Number 4, you find yourself being fiercely competitive about how frugal you are with your friends. Everyone in this beautiful world has the ability to be frugal, but if you are paying a little too much attention to your neighbor, your brother-in-law, or a friend of a cousin to see how little they spend, remember that their frugality does not affect your frugality, and life should not be a competition. This will only cause you stress, and frugality is supposed to be the exact opposite of stress. Frugality is intended to provide freedom, not stress. Number 5. You are so focused on saving that you work extra jobs that you don't have to and forego vacations or family gatherings. Okay, I get it. Sometimes we don't want to see the in-laws or we don't want to be around screaming babies around the holidays. But if you're working extra jobs just to fill the time and save money for the sake of having it, without taking time for yourself to decompress and take a vacation, you might be a little bit too frugal. Number 6, if you wear out all of your clothes before you buy anything new. Replacement clothing can be purchased for pennies on the dollar at just about any thrift store or on a clearance rack at a department store. If you are wearing out all of your clothes to the point that they turn into rags, literally, and you simply refuse to replace your wardrobe just for the sake of saving money, you are simply not presenting yourself to the world in the best way that you can. Self-esteem is important and vital to anyone out there living a frugal life. It is important to put your best foot forward, and just remember, if this is something that you do, you are making the rest of us look bad. So please stop it. Number 7, you save leftovers and eat them past the date they are safe to eat. Okay, so with inflation and rising food prices, pretty much everyone is worried a little about food waste. That is totally understandable, but if you are saving your leftovers in the refrigerator and eating them past 5 days of being in the fridge because you made such a large batch that you thought you could eat it all, then you're doing that wrong. But if you've been able to get through it all in 5 days but continue to eat it anyway, this is bad. This is putting yourself at risk for the sake of being frugal and is a bit too frugal when considering you are putting yourself at risk for becoming sick. Number 8, you have become so frugal that you literally never go out, even though you have the money in your budget to do so. Your friends or family invite you out for an appetizer and drinks at your local restaurant after work, but since you don't want to spend $10 for an appetizer and drink and tip, you decide to forego the opportunity for the sake of saving the $10. You might be a little too frugal if you do this. Humans need occasional human interaction. We are all social creatures and we learn things from other people on a daily basis. It is vital for optimal brain function to interact with others, and this should not be taken lightly. Please don't be so cheap that you don't spend any time with other people because this borders on being too frugal. Number 9, you forego proper health coverage. About 10% of the population of the United States does not have any health care, yet 50% of the population requires prescription medications, and in general, we are a sick culture. Foregoing proper medical insurance when you have the money to insure yourself is taking frugality way too far. Going even further, the number 1 reason for bankruptcy in the US is due to medical debt. Do yourself a favor and make sure that you pay for your medical insurance if you have the money to do so. Do not go too frugal on this one. Number 10, you buy fake stuff. I remember a manager I used to work with who drove a Nissan but took a BMW logo and put it on his car. He was not fooling anyone and he looked a bit foolish himself. I've also noticed some women will go ahead and buy off-brand Gucci products and put a fake Gucci logo on it in order to try and fool people into thinking they are rich. These small things can make me laugh because I used to do it in the past when I was getting out of debt. It is okay to be frugal, but if you are spending money for the sake of frugality but want to pretend that you are rich, you might be a little too frugal. Either buy the real thing or live with the fake thing but keep the original emblem and be unapologetic about it. I hope this information has been useful to you, and as always, do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.
What? You ain't got nothing, what? I'm not afraid of you. Oh, so scary. Oh, where you going? Why ain't you biting? You gotta bite hard. Oh, you sissy. You big fat sissy. That's a nibble. Kiss you. There's paw. What? Oh! Ow! You got my hand. Ow! Oh, so scary. What? Get you. What? You sissy. That's just a nibble. What? Oh. Gross. You nerd. Oh, such a fierce guard dog you are.